Now to concerns over one of Minneapolis's most iconic sites, St. Anthony Falls. It is beloved for its beauty, and to Native tribes it's sacred. The dam up top helps control the city's drinking water supply. But it's what sits under the river that has scientists concerned right now. A giant concrete wall holding the falls in place could fail, and today they're pleading with lawmakers for a closer examination. Jennifer Hoff is here with more. Jennifer?
Julie, that wall was finished way back in 1876 when Ulysses S. Grant was president to prevent the falls from eroding, and since then it has not been fully inspected. And that is exactly what John Anfinson is trying to do now.
I'll just pull out a random one and see what's in it.
One map is a snapshot in time.
This is pre-lock and dam.
John Anfinson studies many of them, getting a clear picture of a place few people
The wall on this one is
even know exists.
right here.
Called the Cutoff Wall, built in 1876 to prevent water from continuing to erode St. Anthony Falls. It's nearly 1,900 feet long and 40 feet tall, an idea the Army Corps of Engineers constructed after the falls had already collapsed several times before then.
It's like the second highest dam on the Mississippi from the Twin Cities down, but it's under the Mississippi. And I'm one of the few people who really knows about it.
Anfinson worked for the Corps, and later the National Park System overseeing this part of the river. Well versed in the history, he called for a closer look, fearing the wall's aging infrastructure could collapse.
1934.
His research already discovering 2 leaks.
The biggest thing we need to know is that wall doing its job and perfectly for 148 years, or are there issues with it?
2 years ago, the legislature awarded Anfinson, the University of Minnesota, and Hennepin County $1 million to study the wall that no agency actually owns, using technology to look for cavities and whether the wall is compromised, along with emergency response planning if it fails. That would impact water supply and threaten bridges and roads.
This is like a patient with a history of serious illness, and we just need to keep checking up on that patient.
Dubbed a hidden hazard,
The surface through the limestone.
one Anfinson hopes he can map out its future that's much more safe.
Without that wall, there would be no St. Anthony Falls.
So obviously that wall is really inaccessible too, and the tools that Anfinson's team has been using are not working all that great. So he needs to extend the study, and he wants to do that through next summer. So he talked to those lawmakers today about some of these roadblocks that they found, and he's preparing to testify at a committee hearing yet this month. So just some more time, not necessarily more money. We also reached out to Xcel Energy and the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission because those 2 agencies have inspected parts of the wall in the past, and they have said that there is no active threat. But that was years ago, and we haven't gotten an updated report yet on that wall today, Julie. But if we hear from them, of course, we'll update things on that story. So they've said there's no active threat here, but the scientists and the historians say,
Let's make sure.
It's been 148 years. Let's
Yeah.
just double check.
Yeah.
So,
That's something I never would have thought of. Really
right?
fascinating.
I learn a lot from so many people.
Keep
every
us
day.
updated.
Yeah, will
Thank
do.
you, Jennifer.